Okay. All right. Gentle gua sha, and it's pouring out of her.
I've never had like middle back stuff.
I'm very gentle here. This is a lot of buildup like this. So you have space for your belly. You just let this one stretch back, get a break, while this one's being forward, and then even when you're on your back oblique, see if you can. The one shoulder, of course, is rotated forward, but at least you can try to. Look at this freeing position. I don't know. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many months? 7 months?
Yes,
Okay.
almost 7. Yep.
How you been feeling? Tell me about the pregnancy.
It's been fine. I get lower back pain when I like stand for too long
Okay.
now, and then side sleeping. I'm not a side sleeper, so my shoulders hurt a lot more now
Okay.
because I'm not used to like.
Sure, being rotated forward.
Yeah.
Now, just stays in the lower back, nothing down the leg, just kind of.
Yeah, no, nothing down the leg.
Okay. When you're pregnant, all the ligaments in your body are looser. The progesterone's a ligament loosener as your body's stretching and getting ready to, open up to let the baby out. I'm gonna have you on the back for a little bit. If you start feeling any tingling or numbness down your legs, I know on the uterus sits on top of the abdominal aorta. That abdominal aorta feeds the iliac and femoral arteries that have a recurring artery that goes back to your uterus. Maybe you've read that you're not supposed to be on your back for very long.
Yeah.
Part of that is that we're worried about that recurring artery getting, crimped a little bit. You're also going to have circulatory deficits down your legs. And that artery can still press against there's a muscle in the artery. It's not, but if you have a lot of weakness in that muscle, or the uterus is so heavy that it's pressing on that artery.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me know if you have any discomfort when you move. But we're going to try to loosen that middle back up, move the pressure off your lower back.
Okay.
Okay, pull your side a little bit for me. All right, take a deep breath in. Here we go, exhale. There we go, deep breath in. Exhale. There we go, deep breath in. Exhale. All right, good, stay there. All right, let's go on your side facing me. It'll look pretty easy. This one's straight, and this one, put this one straight too. There we go. A little bit different. There we go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. There we go, stretch. All right, other side for me, good, huh? All right, let's go face up for me. Okay, good. All right. Shh, Todd.
Sorry.
Shh. Making a video here, Todd.
So silly.
Easy. Here we go. Just top guy. There we go. Okay. All right, chin up for me. There we go. Okay. All right. Beautiful.
That was loud.
That was loud.
Carla, we worked on you quite a bit. Third trimester was like every day, every other day.
As much as you could,
As
yeah.
much as I could.
Yeah, that's nice that you have that.
Yeah.
Readily available.
Get over here. I would if I was pregnant. Exactly. Get over here. Help.
But I've definitely noticed like my lung capacity is like shrinking. I get winded so much quicker now.
Right.
They've taken MRIs of women that are, late term pregnancies, and nothing is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Everything's. It's like that. I think that's where we got the show Transformers. Robots in disguise. The progesterone is, you're going to have, at least during your nursing time, high levels of progesterone, which are going to make untransforming a lot easier, right? But if you heal in the wrong position after the pregnancy, and then the progesterone levels go back down, it's harder to then change it at that point, right? So you want to use the time, about a year and a half after the baby's born. It's not too difficult to undo everything, because all those loosening hormones are still in your body, and it makes just moving the pieces a lot easier. So yeah, if you can get worked on and counter stretch, the body will go back to where it was. And there you go. Right there, that knot right there.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Stretch over time here, I got you. Okay, almost there. I know, I'm sorry. There it is, I know. So how often once a week, once every other week, how often are you getting adjusted up there?
It's every 2 weeks, but with Thanksgiving, it's probably been like a month.
Okay, all right. I have people that come down from St. Pete. I got a lady right now. She's maybe a little lower south than that, but I'm working on through her pregnancy, and she's like, I guess I was out of the office, and Dad overheard her telling her husband, she's like, getting work done just makes me feel so much better. It's like, I don't need anything. Just get work done.
I know, I was very excited to come. Because, like, I haven't gotten, like, a massage or, like, anything. Like, and my shoulders just, like,
Need it.
really hurt. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Get you off your back in a second. Yes, exactly. Yes. Round two's coming right in a sec. Yes. Nobody gets it like that, Ed. Yes. Nobody gets that second one. We all quit after the first one. I went on a 38-week lady this morning.
Really?
She loves my table. Yes.
That's late.
I have 38 weekend, like a 36, and they had another lady this morning. It was she's like 16 weeks. Yeah. We have a lot of pregnant ladies right now. Do not make the pregnant ladies unhappy. Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable time where your body, like I said, you have all these hormones that are loosening up all the ligaments in your body, and so any old scar really has the ability to like be untangled. It's like a softener's been put on it, and it, the downside is that you'll feel everything more. You'll feel any old injury, anything that was buried in there now becomes, comes to the surface, and you're like, oh, I think I hurt myself. It's like, no, it's probably something old that now you're feeling again, but. But it's so easy. It's right here. You got to keep this part of your back moving here. The lower back just gets overstressed. It's not doing anything wrong. The lower back's not your problem. It's just the effect. The problem is that the rib cage is changing position. The ribs are getting stiffer. The chest is getting tighter. And then the lower back saying, hey, where's all my friends? Why am I being left to do all this on my own?
What's the number one complaint with pregnant women? Like, what hurts the most?
Hip, yeah, lower back, hip, yeah.
I have like one of the pregnancy pillows, so I'll even try to just like prop my hip up on that, which is probably really bad for my back because I like my shoulders.
The last 3 months, nothing's bad or good. It's just hanging on, okay? I don't. You're not going to get any criticism from me. It's you're hanging on and figuring out what works, and I'm here to help move the pressure around, get it to last as long as possible. Because at the end of the day, until the baby's out of there, that's what's going to make you feel better, is when the baby's born. There we go. Yeah. Usually right there, that's just the...
Yeah, that hurts.
Well, that hurts so good, almost a little bit. You'll be like, this should give you some relief in the lower, at the very least. It hurts so bad there. Though,
Yeah.
Get unlock that.
Like, what can I do on that at home?
That's what I'm saying. It's difficult. You can, like I said, 5 minutes. You just put the Denerol here, work it side to side. I wouldn't spend more than 5-10 minutes. You're just trying to get some pressure on it. You can, when you're seated, put pressure here. Put the Denerol behind your back. Lay out like I was telling you with the pillows underneath your thighs, and just arch back for a second. Obviously, you want to make sure that your whole back is loose, so being adjusted and massaged, all that, to keep everything moving evenly. And then count down the days.
Do you adjust babies?
Days old, hours old, yeah, sure. I adjust them as soon as they're. All my children came out and had favoritisms. They wanted to be in the same position that they were in utero, right? Which is actually rotated to one side, and so you favor whatever side you were laying, and it's not really evaluated. The children go home favoring whatever side they were laying on or twisted to, and then that propagates over 20 years. Then you wonder why at 20 years old you like to sleep on your right side, or it was probably how you were in the womb.
That's crazy.
It's not a part of the medical evaluations, and they don't look at asymmetry in the spine as something that's important. You know, it's not on the exempt form. And yeah, it's just bigger. That lump right here is bigger on this side. That knot. It's not as.
I don't know how Todd doesn't flinch.
I flinched.
His
My
face.
face is very when it comes to the flinchy part on me. Just like you right now. You too.
This is the reason why your lower back was hurting.
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot of tension here in the middle back from just your joints are carrying more weight than they're used to handling, right? They've been used to a certain amount of leverage and torque, and now it's okay. It'll when the baby leaves, it'll all go back. Yeah, that's quite a bit of buildup. I'm not pushing hard at all. You okay? I mean, this is pretty mild.
Yeah, no, this
He's-
does not hurt as bad as.
He's hurting that poor pregnant lady. I am not. This is gentle gua sha, and it's pouring out of her.
That's it. I've never had like middle back stuff. That's interesting.
This is, I'm very gentle here. This is a lot of buildup. Like Todd, I was digging on you, bud. I was about gua shaing as hard as I could. This is not that. Yeah, it's pouring out of you. So this is the lactic acid is a nerve irritant, and then the nerves get sensitized, and then some pressure and all those things add together to give you that pain that you're describing. So this area being clogged makes your lower back just do extra, and then you leave, and my middle back's all sore. Thanks, Ed. And so I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and then the lower back's going to get a reprieve, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm sorry, I know. I didn't know that all hurt in there, Ed. I know it's bad. You know, baby shifting your scapula up, like I was telling to Todd, you know, now the muscles are having to work. It's like, this is where Todd's scapula lives up here. Yours is just here temporarily. And these muscles aren't used to it. Todd's muscles are like, it's okay. It's been there one time.
You get used to it.
You get used to it. But that's what this tension is here. This is just extra work that's been put in here. Sometimes I'll go in a doorway and just like stretch my shoulders back. You kind of put the arms on each side and just, throughout your day if you can, just take like a doorway and just stretch your pecs, stretch the shoulders back. I know it's tough because, like I said, you have to be on your side. There is a front oblique position. You're kind of 45 from your tummy, right? It's called so you're like side or back oblique, which is 45 from your side to the back.
Okay.
Right, but then there's a front oblique, which is basically like you're face down, but you're then rotated 45 degrees. So you're not on your side on the front, but you're. Picture that.
Yeah, I can't picture
You're
that.
you're like this. Right, this is a front oblique.
Yeah,
Back oblique is like this.
that's how I sleep.
Right, you're a back oblique. What I'm saying is you can try to practice front oblique. That makes
That's
sense?
all. That's the other position I go to, which is funny.
Right, you're 45 from your side, but on
Yeah.
your like towards your belly, and then you switch to the other one, which is like this. So you have space for your belly,
Yeah.
and it's just you're just maneuvering around to different positions, but you're just this will at least allow if you can just let the shoulders stretch back for a second. That makes sense. The top one, just let this one stretch back, get a break, while this one's being forward, and then you. Or even when you're on your back oblique, see if you can. The one shoulder, of course, is rotated forward, but at least you can try to. Look at this freeing position. I don't know.
Sorry.
There you go.
No, sorry. I squished your hand. I'm so sorry, Todd. And we broke Todd's finger. Free chiropractic. chiropractic care for the next year for Doug.
My dad would say that. It's like, you put me on the side posture, like, you fall off the table, you free chiropractic care for life. I'm like, don't ever say that again! Terrible thing to say.
Hate you being clumsy. Get out there.
I heard that my whole life. I was like, that's a terrible thing to say. Because people always worry about falling off on their side postures. Like, no, if you fall, free chiropractic care for life. I'm like, Dad!
Has anyone ever fallen?
No! That's the point. That's the point to try to get people. Well, because
No, looks at camera and waves.
Do you do any pregnancy yoga or any stretching? Have you worked on at all?
Not really.
Okay. Once you start trying to work on your splits, right? Time to work on your, stretching open your hips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's mentioned this at all.
Not really.
Not really. Can I start working on either your splits, you understand, or deep squats? My wife's had some injuries to her hips, and I didn't realize the full extent of some of the injuries just make it harder for these hips to loosen up. So it's just important to spend time stretching in here.
Yeah, I found a pregnancy yoga class close to us, but it's like 6 o'clock on a Sunday. I'm like,
It can be-
that's
It
terrible.
can just be a DVD. It can
Yeah,
be
just
a-
YouTube
just
it, and
YouTube.
there's some
just
good
YouTube.
stuff,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm just saying YouTube at home.
Yeah, I'll have to
Just
look
some-
that up.
Just some, like I said, you're just stretching, open the pelvis. Okay. Not too sore in here? How's it doing right here?
That side hurts more.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I want to clear up. This is the sacroiliac joint. This has to open up to get the baby's head through the pelvic inlet. Just press your elbow back into my elbow a little bit. Press back, press back. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's okay. Put your hand on your hip for me. Work out for me a little bit. And then press back with your elbow. Okay. Yeah, at least gotta work on stretching your shoulders back. Just, stretch it back. But, if you can, like I said, get in a doorway,
Yeah.
or like I said, when you're stretching, it's just the forward shoulder. Yeah, if you hold your shoulder here all the time,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be
Yeah, because I used to sleep on my back like this, which is probably like it
better
would
for
give
you.
it, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. Got the big and the small, and everybody else. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, good. I'm learning you. Yeah, it's jammed.
Yeah, what does it mean that they're
Too much weight on your
not
toes. Too much weight on your toes. So when you're standing, part of it is that these joints are jammed because the weight belongs back here, and you have too much weight here. See, your arch is not. This,
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
very good.
less than it's supposed to be. We should work on. Okay. This up here. The tighter this muscle gets, the more the arch in the foot drops. Do you have any arch pain? No foot pain.
I fractured this foot from running because of my arches, but I don't really ever have that obviously hurt, but
This tightness in here is what's going to cause your arch to drop, and then plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, those kind of things happen when there's too much weight, on our.
yeah, that's like sore. Is there a way to actually stretch that or just massage it?
Well, pointing your toes, but then you have to sort of press in here at the same time. So this muscle brings your foot upwards. That's what that tibialis anterior is. Stretching, pointing your toes this way with it, and then pressing upwards here is going to lengthen this. But ultimately, the more weight that's on our toes, the tighter this muscle gets. So it's a postural. It makes sense here. It's your back and shoulders
Yeah.
alignment, that your weight should be back on your heels, not on your toes. And so this is all secondary to the alignment of the head to, when you're upright, the more weight that's on your toes is gonna cause the toes to shift, the arch to drop. We gotta get you as upright as you can with the weight primarily back on your heels. About 78, you should be able to lift your feet off the ground, without falling over. If there's so much weight on your toes, it's hard to lift your toes off the ground because they're holding weight. So everybody at home can check that. You just stand up and you should be able to lift your toes off the ground. If your weight's forward, you're gonna have a lot more difficulty getting your toes off the ground. So just posture.